The number A of tablet computers sold in millions, meaning like the number of computers sold, not the dollars, can be modeled by the function that you see there, which I'm not going to read out loud because it's pretty obnoxious, where T represents the years after 2010, so that's important. In what year did the table computer sales reach 65 million? Okay, so if I'm saying 65 million, here's a couple things that you need to know today that you can write kind of at the top here. Number one, when you're looking at things today, T stands for time. Sometimes that means time in seconds. Sometimes that means time in days, weeks, whatever your unit is. But T stands for time. Anytime you see it, if you see an H, that will stand for height. Obviously, this first problem doesn't have an H, but it does have a T, right? So the T that you see there stands for time, so that's why you see in what year. So if I'm saying in what year, then I'm asking for what is time. In what year? Okay, but the second part says, in what year did the table computer company sales reach 65 million? Like 65 million units. So when I say 65 million, read what it says. The number A represents the number of computers sold in millions. So where should I put the 65? In for T or in for A? A. So you're going to do this as A of T. So it's going to look a little bit crazy at first, but then we're just going to use decimals to solve it for us, okay? So 65 is equal to that really awesome equation. So 4.5 T squared plus 43.5 T plus 17. The whole point of today is for you to know whether it's asking you to find the vertex or if it's asking you to find the x-intercepts. That's what you see at the top here. So you will be finding a vertex if I ask you for the max or the min. You would be finding the x-intercepts if you are solving for T or for x, depending on what the problem has. Ours has T. If you're solving for T or x, or if I ask you when does it hit the ground. So again, it sounds scarier than it actually is. You'll see what I mean when we look at the graphs. We're still just solving quadratics. We're going to be solving quadratics by graphing. So look at this equation that you see right now. Can I solve it right now? What's the first thing you always got to check before you solve a quadratic equation? If it's equal to 0. So you need to get it equal to 0 first. So that's the only real work you have to do here, okay? You move that over, and I think some of us would get a little confused if I put the 0 on the left, so I'm just going to move it over to the right. 4.5 T squared plus 43.5 T minus 48 is equal to 0. Now that it's equal to 0, we can graph it and see what it's going to give us. So this is why you have decimals. So you're going to type that equation in. There is a T. If you wish to use T, it will be under the ABC keyboard, or you can use X. It doesn't actually matter. What we're trying to do is solve for T. So we're going to try and find what T is. Let's look at our graph and see, okay, what are my x-intercepts, and figure out which one actually makes sense. Like, it tells me that T is either negative 10.6 or 1, because there's two x-intercepts here, but I do not want this one because we're in real life and we don't do negative time, okay? We would want this one, 1, but it says that T is the years after 2010. So what year is 1 year after 2010? Oh, okay, so we would write a little sentence. In 2011, sales reached 65 million. So you just solved it by finding the x-intercepts. You solved by graphing. That one I think is the most difficult one we're going to do today because it requires a little more interpretation. The other ones are pretty clear cut. It gives you all this awesome information at the beginning that's really obnoxious. That a skateboard shop sells 50 skateboards per week, advertised price $70 charged, all this decrease in price, and guess what? None of that matters. And then it says the shop's weekly revenue can be modeled by this equation, and this is what we care about, that equation right there. What is the maximum weekly revenue? What is the maximum? Do I want, because we're graphing quadratics, we're graphing things that are curved. Do I want the vertex or do I want the x-intercepts? Vertex, because I want to see how high does it go. And you will see in a second, we're going to graph this. You're going to see the curve. You're going to see it arch up and over and see how high it goes. Cool. So let's go ahead and graph it now. On Desmos, we've got, it kind of goes like this. We only care about the positive part. So we've got a point here at y-intercept of 0, 3,500. And the vertex, which is what we actually care about, is at 10, was it 3,600 or 3,650? Thank you. Which I can't remember. Okay. So if I'm asking you what your maximum weekly revenue is, which one of these points do I want again? You just want to know how high it goes. So get the highest point on the graph. What's the maximum weekly revenue? $3,600, and it's at how many weeks? 10. So you write a little sentence. At 10 weeks, we reach, I don't know, I said we, this company, but maybe we're a part of it. We reach the max weekly revenue of $3,600. So in the realm of like difficult word problems, I'm not asking you to do a lot. I'm asking you to type in the equation and be able to interpret the graph to be able to answer this little question. What's the maximum weekly revenue? It's $3,600. That's it. Is that? So that's important for what it's going to ask us in a second. The height is modeled by that really nuts equation there with a lot of fractions. What is the maximum height of the firework? It's asking us for the maximum height. So what do I want? The x-intercept? Do I want the vertex? How high does it go? And then I'm also asking how long before it explodes. I don't have a way to color code this. I just like highlight things or underline things that are important. So we're trying to find the vertex, and we're trying to see, because the vertex, how high it gets, like when you shoot a firework, it explodes when it's up high, and then it will fall back down. Type it in. Can you find the vertex? I don't know how else to explain it to you. I hope you've seen a firework before. If not, maybe this 4th of July. Okay. So we'll draw a little picture, though, for the sake of learning. It shoots up and down. We care about the positive quadrant because we're not working in negative time because we're in real life. So can you get back with me, please? So it shoots up, and we care about the vertex, which is at 3, 5, 10. So write a little sentence. How long is it in the air before it explodes? What's the maximum height? Let's see. How do I say this? At 3 seconds, the firework explodes at its max height. Of 510 feet. Okay, you're just writing a short little sentence to explain it. Life, when we write equations or like dropping things off of anything or throwing something, you will typically see this negative 16t squared, which stands for gravity. Because as something drops, it drops negative 16, drops 16 feet per second. And that's real. So this is a real equation that you could use to model this. We're trying to figure out, this guy drops the rocks. How long will it take for, if you drop a rock off the Leaning Tower of Pisa, how long will it take to hit the ground? What do I want, the vertex, the x-intercept? You actually want the x-intercept, because we're not trying to see how high it goes. We know where it starts. It starts at 196 feet off the ground, but then it drops, and we want to see when is it going to hit the ground and after how long. Well, it's going to hit the ground at height of 0, so we want the x-intercept because when it hits the ground, what's the height if it's hitting the ground? 0. So that's why we want the x-intercept, because we're trying to find where is the height equal to 0. So go ahead and graph it, and you'll see that it starts at 196 and then it drops to the ground. It's like an actual visual representation of what would happen here. Draw a picture, please. It starts at 196 and then it drops to the ground here. So this is where it starts at 196 feet off the ground, if you're asked about that. And then it hits the ground at 3.50. 3.5 what? Yes, it hits the ground. The rock, I should write a sentence. The rock hits the ground after 3.5 seconds.